What is this? 11-minute video. This is Ring cameras. This is when was this posted? August 23, 2021. So Ring cameras is like we had like DoorDash cams, right? And now we have like a new future of Ring cams. So these videos could be like really
technology
updated.
has come a long way. Doorbell cameras such as Ring have become extremely popular in recent years, acting as an effective deterrent from potential robbers or any other kind of unwelcomed guests. Their ability to record video whenever someone comes within range to the front of a house or any other section of the house that they're installed in creates an added level of security to a person's home. With the millions of Ring doorbell cameras installed throughout America has come a lot of creepy footage, including the following. This first piece of footage was captured by the Ring camera in the LeMay household. It happened on a cold December night in 2019. A stranger hacked into the LeMay family's Ring security system and had watched them around their home, and for nearly 10 minutes, he interacted with 8-year-old Alyssa. Not only was he able to watch her, but he was able to communicate noises to her, as he had access to a second system placed in the girl's babysitter's room downstairs. Alyssa then heard music coming from upstairs in her bedroom, which she shared with her.
Fuck, he's got me. Boys. Oh no, the video's still going. I thought I was lagging. I was like, bro, he got me, that's it. I'm done, boys. So the music goes like this. My fucking god, man. It's copyrighted. Flashbang!
She heard this.
Hello there.
Oh, what the fuck?
The 8-year-old gasped and tried to figure out where the voice was coming from.
That is
Toys
weird.
to see if they were what was making the noises.
That is weird as shit.
And moments later, the man started screaming a racial slur at her over and over until Alyssa responded by screaming this.
What? I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Well, it's a good thing that you can't hear
The
him.
man proceeded to tell
Jesus
her to go call
Christ.
her mom the racial slur and demand that she repeat it back to him. Moments later, the voice would reply to Alyssa asking who are you by saying he's her best friend, he's Santa Claus.
Who is that?
I'm your best friend. I'm Santa Claus.
Mommy!
I'm Santa Claus. Don't you want to be my best friend? I'm Santa.
See, the thing is about these like Ring cameras, bro. This is why you can't really buy one. Like this type of shit happens. Nah, soon the future's gonna go like into like a weird future where we're gonna have everything gonna be like, you know, technology, and hackers are gonna thrive in that technology.
Santa Claus.
After all of this, the man tries to tell the girl she can do whatever she wants, including break things in her room.
I'm your best friend. You can do whatever you want right now.
This guy is just menace to society.
You can mess up your room. You can break your TV. You can do whatever you want.
The LeMay family, who resides in Memphis, Tennessee, hoped to use the device to keep an eye on their daughters while they played. The scary thing is that it took only a few days for the camera to be hacked. Perhaps the scariest thing is that no one knows how long he had access to the device. This could have gone on even longer if the hacker decided not to produce any sounds through the device. Put yourself in the little girl's shoes. Imagine hearing a creepy song playing in your bedroom, not knowing where it's coming from, only to realize that it's coming from a camera system that you set up in there, and that someone could be watching you. Now imagine waking up to that in the middle of the night.
Yeah, if I put myself in her shoes, at that age, I was already fucking gangsta. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I aged up really quickly. I can't even lie to you guys. I knew a lot of shit, bro, at a young age. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
In another similar scenario, here's the footage from a Ring camera
I
that was
learned
also
quick.
taken over by a hacker who attempted to speak to a young girl while she was watching television.
Oh, these Ring cams are ass.
Watching.
What the fuck?
Hey, what show is that?
Oh, he sounds like a
The
nerd.
father and homeowner, Adam Kerselik, had
Excuse
set up
me?
the Ring camera in his kitchen. In the footage, a voice can be heard speaking to his daughter after he momentarily leaves the room.
I've seen that show before. What season you on?
These Ring cameras are ass, bro.
Hello?
I guess they're cheap.
When Adam re-enters the room and opens the fridge, the voice says, "What are you eating?"
Hello? What are you eating?
He here?
You hungry?
There you go. Now he knows.
He looks around at first, rightfully confused as to where the voice could be coming from, though he eventually catches on and approaches the camera as he asks, "Who is this?"
Powering off. Hello. This is Ring.
The fuck? Is he trying to make a girl voice?
Who is this?
Adam disabled the camera shortly after the video ends, and he expressed his disappointment in Amazon's lack of security on their products. He said he was never advised to set up two-factor verification when he installed the camera 6 months prior. Because of the lack of security on the Ring devices, he has since taken down all his interior cameras. This and the Lemoy family's horror stories aren't the only ones of their kind, though, as since 2019, over 10 other families in different states had reported that hackers have spoken to them through the devices.
I mean, you gotta enter two-factor.
On November 12th,
factor.
2019,
Factor.
disturbing footage of a...
If you even like, you still have to do research on it, bro. That's a camera, you know what I mean? I don't know.
woman screaming for help was captured from a Ring doorbell's camera in a small neighborhood of Los Angeles around 11 p.m. The screaming is followed by a white vehicle speeding down the street with the trunk open, from which the screaming is coming from.
Jesus. The granny's not doing anything. I mean, the granny can't really do anything.
Police were not aware of the doorbell footage until the following morning, but on the night of November 12th, they responded to a report of a possible kidnapping.
Following morning? So she must have not rang. When she heard this, she didn't ring them at this time at all. Right? Following morning. That means they went to bed, knowing someone got kidnapped. These people right here, these two, these are kind of scumbags. I don't know.
Find any evidence of a kidnapping at first. However, after the footage came to light, the LAPD reopened their investigation. A witness claimed she also heard a man say, "I'm sorry," which you can hear in the video at one point. The sad thing is, this was 2 years ago, and nothing ever surfaced with this. If this was an actual kidnapping,
she's dead.
The kidnappee was never found.
Yeah, she's gone. That's it. Shocked. Another mystery. Added to another mystery. There you go.
This was the footage
Into
captured
the files.
around 3 a.m. on a man's Ring camera. Not much more information than that was shared. However, multiple conclusions can be drawn from what's seen. It starts with a masked woman seemingly trying to enter the man's house, until she notices the doorbell camera, at which point she stares into the camera for almost 40 seconds. Halfway into her disturbing gaze into the camera, she puts on a pair of goggle-type glasses and pulls the mask covering her mouth and nose up higher onto her face, clearly trying to mask her identity as much as possible. Before she walks away, she makes several hand gestures into the camera, then turns and appears to grab something from behind one of the walls of the house.
It's one of those crazies, dude. Yeah, bro. Oh, she's tiny as hell.
As she slowly walks away from the house, you might assume she's leaving for good. However, you can see she continues to pace back and forth in front of the house until the video hits the 2-minute mark, at which point the doorbell camera is set to stop recording. After the video ends, however, according to neighbors, the woman was seen standing outside the house for at least another 20 to 30 minutes before finally disappearing. It's not known who this woman was, whether it be a crazy stalker ex-girlfriend or someone completely random.
That's a
This begs the
stalker.
question, what could she have wanted with the owner of the house?
Oh yeah,
Given
probably
everything
kill
the
him.
woman was wearing from head to toe, it's obvious she came to that house with intentions of masking her identity. Why is a question that may never be answered.
Brother, if there was no camera there, bro,
with this-
she's breaking in and she's killing him, bro. Like, what? You don't dress up like that just to fucking break in and steal some items. Are you kidding me?
Last one. We see a scene that seems like it was taken straight from one of the hundreds of stories I've read on the channel.
There's no
Once
shot.
again, at some off hour in the night, a woman approached the front door of a Reddit user's dad's friend's house somewhere on the east coast of the United States. The woman seems to have a slight smile on her face at first, as she looks around the front door of the house all confused like. She stands there for 2 full minutes at
That's some
least,
crazy
acting
bitch as
nervous
well.
and confused, looking behind her several times in a paranoid manner. But what is most concerning about this unexpected visit was the large kitchen knife in her hand that she looks down at several times in the footage.
Yeah, the only time I'm gonna live in America if I become popular, bro. If I get money, I'm gonna play video
While the
games
generally
in
accepted
the
theory on
house.
this was that the woman has some form of dementia, and while this may be a realistic explanation,
There's some crazy
this
people
cannot
out
be
there, bro.
100% confirmed simply based on the video. While it is unfortunate if she does in fact have dementia or any other sort of illness that caused her to do this, it would still be hard to imagine just how scary this would be for the owner of the house waking up in the middle of the night to this footage from his doorbell camera.
I mean, that's
Surveillance cameras in general have come a long way in providing security to people's properties. While Ring doorbell cameras continue to prove to be useful in adding a layer of defense or serving as a mental deterrent to uninvited guests, you clearly have to be cautious about setting up these cameras on the inside of your house because of the potential for hackers to gain access to them, as seen in the first 2 examples in this video.
no, yeah. Hackers are they're gonna thrive soon. They're actually gonna thrive soon. Like we have like vehicles like Tesla, right? Tesla's like almost a full-on computer car, right? If hackers start getting smarter and smarter by the minute, there's gonna be people who can hack Teslas and they can actually cause car crashes. Like imagine you just you hacked into Tesla. You could do some crazy shit with it. Just think about it. All right, that's not a bad video. Okay, that's a little creepy video to end everything. We watch another one. Vault 2. Vault 2. Wait, is this a new one? December 8th, 2020. Oh, this is a new one. He has Vault 1 and now he has Vault 2. Hey, fuck it, boys. Hey, boys, fuck it. Let's get right. Part 2. Let's watch part 2, why not?
This first one was submitted by viewer Trent Leons, and when this was recorded, he and his family had recently moved into his grandparents' house.
Yo,
The
flashbang.
house is in the middle of nowhere, so the family naturally had their guard down. However, one night at 1 in the morning, while most of the family was asleep...
Wait, what
Trent
did he
got a
say? My bad,
However, the
I
house
zoned
is in
out.
the middle of nowhere, so the
House
family
in-
naturally
house in the
had
middle
their
of
guard
nowhere.
down.
That's usually
However,
bad
one
though.
night at 1 in the morning, while most of the family was asleep, Trent got a notification for Ring that there was motion at the front door. A notification for...
Let me tell you why a house in the middle of nowhere is bad, bro. Because you have a more chance of like something bad happening to you without anyone realizing around. That's why it's pretty bad. Even though last video we just saw the neighbors give no fucks about the person. But,
movement
yeah.
wasn't a concern as the family has outdoor cats that are active at night. But there was definitely reason for concern when it said somebody is at your front door. One of the family members grabbed a gun and went to open the front door, and that's where he started to raise his hands and started asking for help.
Wait, what? Who did? Yeah, at the front door.
help? Can I use a phone to call a cab?
I'd
He
give him
asked
the
to use
phone
a
outside.
to which the family gave him a cell phone, and with it he tried calling someone, but to no avail.
Wait, to no avail? You try to call someone?
No problems, man. You know me? Yep.
Wait, he's calling backup then.
He then proceeded to start walking off down the road. As the guy was walking down the road, two of the family members decided to hop in their truck and find out where he was going. And they found him walking down the road and looking like he was going to another house down the road, the nearest one being half a mile away. The two family members decided they didn't want him near their house or any neighboring houses.
It's up to no good.
So they offered he get in the bed of the truck and they drive him into town. And about a couple minutes later, they arrived in town and dropped him off. The whole time he had his hands up and kept looking at the two family members while he backed away from the truck. It could have been assumed that the man was genuinely looking for help and needed to call someone, if it weren't for the fact that other family members reported that the week prior, he was in another neighborhood around the area, allegedly asking for help again, in late hours of the night, going from door to door in dimly lit areas. It's quite possible that he may have been trying to maliciously gain entry into the homes of sympathetic or unsuspecting people. It's unknown if that's the case or if he was ever successful.
Nah, he's a weirdo, bro. He's doing some weird
This one was
shit.
posted by a Redditor named T Course. And there aren't as many details on this one, other than it happened in a small suburb late on a rainy night. And there
What
aren't
is
as
it?
many details on
Woman
this
with her mouth wide open rings my doorbell in the middle of the night. Thankfully, I wasn't home.
one, other than it happened in a small suburb late on a rainy night. This was way past solicitation or visiting hours. The homeowner wasn't home at the time and saw the notification the next day, which is when they saw this video footage. From the darkness,
Bro, I mean,
appears
it's
a
raining.
middle-aged woman
She's
with an
just
umbrella,
dumb.
with her mouth gaping wide open. She stands there for about 20 seconds after ringing the bell, the whole time with her mouth hanging eerily wide open, aside from closing it for a couple seconds, showing that her mouth didn't appear to be stuck in this hanging open position.
I don't know. She's just trolling or some shit. I don't. Bro, imagine imagine opening your door and then seeing that shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
She tries the doorbell or another button one more time before walking away and disappearing into the darkness seconds later. The homeowner says he didn't recognize this woman at all. Some people believe it was some kind of condition the woman was suffering. Whether it was or not, this wouldn't explain why she was ringing a stranger's doorbell in the late hours of
It's
the
either
night.
a condition
Perhaps another encounter that a
or
homeowner was lucky to avoid.
you know, as a kid, you used to open your mouth to like
This
get the
footage was
rain in your
captured
mouth. It
as a
would, like, it
homeowner
would
was
feel
entering
weird.
her house
I don't
after
know.
just
I don't know how
getting
to explain it.
The woman lives in a suburban
That's
town in
the only
Illinois.
thing. Wait, what are you
In
saying?
a suburban town in Illinois. Let's get
3.
This footage was captured as a homeowner was entering her house after just getting home. The woman lives in a suburban town in Illinois.
Okay. Oh.
Como pra fora. Oh, don't move. Don't scare. Don't.
Damn.
Okay.
The woman in the video was unaware of the fact that she was being watched from the distance by two people hiding in the dark, waiting for her to open her front door. As she steps into her house, the two aggressors take their chance to enter the house while the door is still open. The woman screams as she's startled by the unwelcomed visitor behind her.
So
The first of the two teens to enter the house says, "Don't move and don't scream."
Como pra fora. Oh, don't move. Don't scare. Don't.
The rest of what is said between he and the woman is inaudible. However, according to the woman in the video, he demanded her car keys.
yeah.
After handing
It
him
was
her
obvious.
keys, which can be seen in one of the teenager's hands, the two take off towards her car, which they then steal. There was someone else in the house with the woman who was also held at gunpoint alongside her. He also remains nameless. The woman wasn't harmed, thankfully, and one of the two teenage aggressors were found and arrested, 18-year-old Brendan McCrew. The other aggressor has still yet to be identified.
Of course, he got arrested. You know why he got arrested? I'll tell you why. Because he looks so innocent, bro. Look how innocent he looks here. Just look.
still open.
This guy
The woman screams
aggressively
as she's startled
pushes.
by the unwelcome.
Wait, hold on. Let me show you. Look, this guy right here. He aggressively goes in with the gun, right? But look at this guy. He's lacking. Look. He just looks innocent. Yeah, obviously he was gonna get caught. He just doesn't look like he's ready
The
for that
woman
shit.
in the video was unaware of the fact that she was being watched from the distance by two, which can be seen in one of the
The door
teenager's
almost
hands.
closed too, so that's just unlucky,
15-year-old
to be honest.
This past July in 2021, this disturbing footage caught on a couple's Ring doorbell camera surfaced on the web. In the footage, a tattooed man with a long gray beard holding a plastic bag, apparently talking to himself, approached the front door of the couple's house. The man in the video apparently spotted the unnamed wife inside of the house through the kitchen window. He approached the front door, where he repeatedly started saying, "Are you sure? Are you positive? I just have a few questions for you."
Are you sure? I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you. Are you sure? I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you.
Yeah, dude. I have some questions for me. Oh yeah, come in.
What? Are you sure? I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you.
I just let him in, bro. There's just a couple of questions. Yeah, just let him in.
Are you positive? Are you sure? I just have a couple questions for you.
Bro, he just had a couple of questions, guys. Just let him in.
Are you positive? I just have a couple questions for you. Are you sure?
No.
Are you positive?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Are you absolutely certain?
No.
The wife said she never responded to the man. She simply hid in her home and called 911. The man was standing there knocking on the glass, repeating the same three things over and over to nobody.
He was alone. Oh,
Her husband, who was not at the home at the time, accessed the intercom system and asked the man who he was as he was walking away. This caused him to come back, look into the camera, and start saying some pretty nasty, disturbing things.
He must have been stalking them.
How are you?
What? Yeah? Are you sure?
Who are you?
Hey, I just had a couple questions. I just wanted to ask you about maybe fuel. Yeah, can you hear me? What I'm looking for is for the girl that's in the house to come out here because I'm going to rape her and kill her.
Jeez.
Can you have her open the door? I'm going to rape and kill the girl that's on the other side of this door when she lets me in. I want to rape her and kill her because I have a knife and a gun. Yeah, and I'm going to knock on her door again. All right.
He was saying he wished to rape and kill her and asked if she could open the door multiple times. After one more unsuccessful knock, the man walked away, talking to himself in different voices as he did. Police found and arrested the man the next day after another report of a suspicious man in the area, and he was identified as 40-year-old Christopher Sums, a fugitive from California. This footage was captured in Bristol and shows a man approach and knock on Kathleen Fascarelli's door. That in of itself isn't so disturbing, but it's the fact that it was very late on a Sunday night, and the image she saw on her phone was of a masked person on the other side of the door. However, the fact that it was late on a Sunday night, and that the image she saw on the phone was of a masked person on the other side of the door, is enough to give someone pause.
I mean, people in cages stab each other. They get drunk, they're just stabbing all that shit. Oh, he tried it. Tried opening it.
While playing back the video footage, Kathleen, the homeowner, noticed that the masked person tried opening the door at first, but thankfully it was locked. She described the mask as having this grotesque smile that never went away, and still had—
Wait, is he dumb? Did he do what I think he did? He touched it with fingerprints? He touched it with his fingers? Then I think he tried opening it with... Or did he wipe it? Oh, he tried opening it.
While playing back the video footage, Kathleen, the
It's dumb as hell.
homeowner, noticed that the masked person tried opening the door at first, but thankfully it was locked.
This boy dumb as
She
hell.
described the mask as having this grotesque smile that never went away, and still hasn't gone away from her memory. The person knocks and then stands at the door for 15 seconds. Afterwards, the camera catches them pulling their sleeve over their hand, then wiping away their fingerprints from the doorknob they tried to open when they first walked up to the house. The fact that they wiped away their fingerprints already says that they were up to no good, if everything else about this didn't already scream that.
Actually, yeah, it does look
Kathleen
like he wiped
stated
it.
that he had something heavy in his sweatshirt pocket, which he doesn't know what it was. A neighbor who saw
A
the
fucking
person
knife or a
leaving
hatchet,
said he
dude.
had a bag that he was carrying with him, so God knows what was in there. By
Sword?
the time Kathleen made it
Telling you, bro.
downstairs, the person was already in a car parked across the street, which they sped off in. Footage like this is really the scariest because nobody knows how these encounters would have gone down if the doors were opened.
Stabbing. What do you think? What? See? This guy said, oh, no one knows how the footage would have went if the door was actually opened. Dude, this is UK. They stab each other over there, bro. What are you talking about? We have an American that's uneducated. And NA, bro. NA, there's just people that are crazy half of the time. And they shoot each other. In EU, we don't have a lot of crazies because we don't have drugs. Like, you know, drugs we can't. Like, if I wanted to get weed, I wanted to get like perks, I wouldn't be able to get it. It'd be impossible. But drugs over in America, there's a lot of drugs over in America. So us EU people just have just crazy. I guess you could say we just have people that are just born in bad places and then they just become serial killers. Simple as that.